Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel AI Discoveries. So today I'll be talking about the continuation of get and post activities. So in the continuation of that, so there will be put activity and there will be the delete activities. As I already mentioned in previous video, so these are the main four pillars I can say that with respect to the API. There are obviously there would be another, but yeah, with respect to the four pillars we generally use them. So I can say that get activity, post activities, now put and delete activities. So I'll be taking you through all those activities and how we can actually implement as an API and how we can actually perform. So let's start with that. So I'll be taking you to Visual Studio Code where I will show you how to implement that. This is the basic series of how we can start with these activities. Obviously, later on video, I'll be taking up the advanced concept in the terms of the security, in the terms of how we can actually attach any storage or any files. So that is the thing. So let's start with that. So yeah, let's come to this point. So as you can see here. Uh, I already defined about the post activity and the get activities. So let's start with this put activity. So obviously, as I mentioned earlier, for the learning purpose, I don't want to keep the videos lengthy just by the typing it. So I'll be just keeping as a simple and sober. So I'll just copy and take this delete function where I can just showcase how it can actually put that. So obviously you can see here the security fast API. I'm just working on it. There will be videos coming up on that. So yeah, so I'll just remove that. So let's come to this point. So yeah, so with this delete activities you can see here what this actually delete activities obviously defined is. This is the uh, this is the object of the fast API, and this is the activity, what activities we are performing it. Then accordingly we will be doing that. Here the activity ID is defined as the what activity ID, like in the JSON. When we are creating the JSON, when we are doing the post activities, there will be JSON created. So under the JSON there would be list number 0 where the JSON will be get stored. For the list number 2, the other JSON will be get stored. So in that way it will get added. So we need to give the ID of 0 1 2 3, which list number you wanted to delete it, so that it will delete it. So this is what it is given over there. And with respect to these obviously when it comes to the function, what is the parameter it is accepting is, it is the int activities which I mentioned over here. And then after that it is checking about if the entered activity ID is less than 0 or more than the ID length of the what's stored in this activity, then it will throw an error. So this is the exception I'm handling it. And then after that if nothing in, this is the else condition where I'm kind of popping out, this is the list, this dot pop out and the activity ID. So accordingly according to the ID I'll be popping out and deleting it. So and in return which what is the activity ID I have deleted it, so that it will showcase. So this is how we implement delete activities. Obviously if you wanted to implement add anything, this is the function. You can add anything, any function you can call it over here. That is not an issue. Just for the basic understanding, just for the beginners who wanted to understand how the API basic APIs got created, then this is the one. Obviously later on we'll take up the advanced topics. Yeah, so here also for the put activities, obviously what is this put activities basically, um, it is just kind of updating the data. So whatever the existing data we have, so we just need to, let's suppose you wanted to update that data. So in that way you can update the data. Like what you can do is, like, you can just put the activity id, which activity id you wanted to update it, and then after that, once you give that, then after that, what is the data you wanted to update it. Like, this is defined in which id you wanted to update it, but here what is the data you wanted to update it. So accordingly it will update it. Here this is the parameter it is taking it. Activity, this activity is basically the name, description and duration. Let me keep it as a location. Last video have taken it, location. So this is how it defined. So here in this update activity, it will take it up, and again it is checking about the what is the id it is talking about, and if it is less than or greater than that, then it will throw an exception, and after otherwise it will just go to the list, and whatever the updated data is coming, it will just update it, and it will, in return, it will showcase what is the data it got updated it. And let's talk about this thing. We need to give HTTP exception because we are getting some warning. So let's come back and give to the FastAPI. So let me just give that. Sorry. So now this is the exception, we haven't handled it in the import. So that is how we have handled it. Now let's come to this. Now we are done with this implementation with the delete and the post activity, put activities. Now I'll showcase how we can actually perform, how we can test these activities. Let's come back to, let's run that. So let me come back to terminal, new terminal. Now here in the new terminal, yeah, so the new terminal, it is opening about the FastAPI. Let me go to, let me just first activate the activate this environment. So with that, we just need to give pyenv/script. So now my environment is activated. Now as you can see that this is the path of the file. So you can see here in the FastAPI in the files, so the files is, it is in this files folder. So let me just go to that files, and once I come back, let me show. Now that is the one. Now you can see here this is the requirement.txt, which I already informed about the FastAPI, Rubicon, Pandatic. So I already mentioned about what are these libraries and what is the use of it. So but you can refer my previous video and you can understand for that, like what is that. So now let me just run through that. Python post activities. Now this started with that. Now it will run on the port number 8000, and this is the how we can actually test this API what we have implemented it. So let's go to the browser. Let's go to the browser first, and let's see. We can put that 127, and when I give that, if you see here, it is doing the get activities. As of now we don't have any data. So let's start with the Swagger file. How we can get the Swagger file? I just need to give the docs. Once I come to the docs, I can see here all those activities which is we have implemented it. So you can see here this is the post activities. They have defined about what is the required parameter, request body, and this is the example they have given that in the form of what is the parameter and the parameter type, and along with that response, what you will get in the response. So this is how upon successful execution you will be getting this. Now when it comes to the get activities, you don't have any parameters, and obviously in return you will be getting this kind of data. Now along with now in the delete activities, you can see here they are talking about activities id, which activity id we need to delete it, and what is in return you will be seeing that this is the data it got deleted. So this is how. And when it comes to the put activities, you can see here they are talking about what is the activities we are wanted to update with that. and you can see here this is activity added, this is the string, the request body where what is the data we wanted to update it, and response it will say okay, this is the data it got updated. So this is how we can see in the Swagger file. Now let's come to the Postman where we can actually test this API. Once we come back to this Postman, initially I can showcase here we don't have any data. So here the list is empty, but let's update some data. So I can showcase that this is the post activities and this is the endpoint URL and this is the body, and here you can see that this is the JSON format. The raw is defined as like whatever the data we have for the format, it is there. So let me just give this send activities. So once you come back to this, you can see here this is the data we got updated. Now come back to get activities. You can see here the data is updated. Now comes to the let me add one more data where we can actually see that how we can actually. Let me just give AI discoveries, and instead of Delhi I'll just give Mumbai, and the duration is, let me give just 30 minutes. So let me add that once I do the post activities, obviously it will get updated into the session. So let me just check that whether it's updated or not. You can see here these are the two entries we can see. I will have AI discoveries and this is the AI discoveries. So once you see that, let me start with this put activities. So let me copy that activities. So yeah, so once I come back and activities, which activity you wanted to put that. So here you can see here if I wanted to update this I love AI discovery and location Delhi, let me change to location Delhi to India. So let me just take the body. So let me just body and come to the raw, not text data. We are passing the JSON data, so we'll be giving that. So let me just instead of AI discoveries, okay, here in the AI discoveries let me just, instead of Mumbai, let me just give that India AI discoveries. I just wanted to update the location, and this is the one I wanted to update it. So let me just do this update activities. So put activities, basically the update activities on the existing data. So this is the existing data, and I have updated from Mumbai to India. Let me just check that whether it's updated or not. Yeah, you can see here the location got changed from Mumbai to India. Now let's go with the delete activities. Delete activities basically delete some of the entries. So again we need to just copy this endpoint URL and then come back to this, and then add the activity, and then after that yeah, for this we don't have any parameter required, so we just need to do that delete activities. Let me just give the zeroth activity we wanted to delete it. So the zeroth activity means this is the one we wanted to delete it. So let's come back to this point and just give that. So it is saying that this is the data it got deleted, and let me confirm with the entry. So yeah, let me just go with that get activities. You can see here this is the AI discoveries, location is India, duration is 30 minutes. It is the data got remaining, other data got deleted. This is what we have deleted it. So this is how we can perform all these activities: get, post, put and delete activities. There would be many pillars I can see here, there are many, but yeah, these are the major pillars I can say that are important features when we are implementing the APIs. So yeah, this is how. Please comment if you have any queries, and please like, subscribe and comment on my this video if you have any queries. Yeah, thank you.